Jacksonville, Florida. Supposed neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two. The Gators will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get the ball first. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though, and David, he's been...
Open field on the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand, the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
Georgia going up tempo.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They own the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Florida Gators offense has the ball for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes. You guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Rides to back and leaves it. Hard running there. Just dismissing tackles. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Gives it on the option. Makes a man miss. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Takes the easy completion. There he goes. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what do so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Gives it on the option. Passes, takes him still on his feet. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And after giving up the long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself and gets in for the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Wyoming looks like an old punching bag out there today, and I did not expect to say that. This fan base, heck, this coaching staff were not expecting these results. They're trailing by 14 to Colorado State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Gators will hustle to the line. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. After the miss on 3rd down, the punt team is on the field. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll pull it on the read. Makes his man miss. Got enough for the first. Turning it on. Inside. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away. Touchdown Bulldogs. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Quarterbacks and receivers have got to be on the same page with respect to hot routes and sight adjustments. And those always happen when DBs come blitzing and they come running free like that. You can't put that one on the offensive line. That's on the QB and his receiver not being on the same page.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Pocket breaking down. Got his man downfield. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, and big time pickup on that one.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run play action. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. And the Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Call by the defense is their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Gators will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end. It'll come out to to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The throw. Finds his man. It's high. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. To the air on first down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead down a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge of your seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Gators and Bulldogs. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Florida and Georgia plays out.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets... Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll do it himself. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first down. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Dogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly that they were very talented back in the day when I played, and the program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Off play action. Here's a heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Finding an escape route. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's hooked. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The quarterback's just going to take a knee.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.
Number 13, Arms punts it away.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. One more play to pad the stats. Back to throw. It's Whitted. He's taking the deep shot. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. What a scene we're going to have. Full checkerboard environment. Not just the end zones that are checkered, but we've been set up with a full checkerboard going. The Vols will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Georgia's offense will go on the attack first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot.
Breaks into the open. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Georgia. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, teams are always trying to find a way to establish momentum early. I don't know if you could do it better than that, though, David. Opening play of the game, you hand it off, he takes it the distance to score a touchdown.
And who says you have to pass the football to create big plays on the ground? Simple play, execution great. Talk about setting the tone for a football game. Consider the message delivered for this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Volunteers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Give to the back. Fighting off the defender. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. And the Vols in the hurry up.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They feed him again. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The play-action fake. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gets it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. What a way to start the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
14, Tennessee, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Good timing on the quick out. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Volunteers racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Vols looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He'll keep it himself. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. This has the makings of a good drive. The 7th play brings up a 3rd and 4. Pressure coming. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Vols, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. He'll go to the sneak. Sneaks it in.
It's just so nice to have a signal guy who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead at half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Cal. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Georgia going up tempo. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. They're working that left side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big...
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Lost to throw again. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Going right to work up top. Fires to the big fella. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Volunteers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Off-play action on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
Complete on the crosser. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now the play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's high. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down, and let's see if they go for it here. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Ready to get things going here in the 2nd half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play.
Always going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the catch on the left. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. A Terrific throw that time, and when you play quarterback here, there's a pretty rich legacy to try to live up to.
And just finding that guy that just makes it look easy. I think the Vols fans will really appreciate that, when a guy that can push it down the field, make the right decisions consistently, be smart at that quarterback spot.
The Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He's got it. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Vols come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. Bulldozes his way through. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He'll pull it on the read. Past the first down marker and still running. There he goes. He's at, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic, and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Tennessee, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Meadows. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing.
Just plowing ahead. They finally get to him, but what a play there quickly he's gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. Gets away from one. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends in the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Got room on the return. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Georgia! And they turn it into a defensive score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
The score, Georgia 31, Tennessee 14.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Vols are on the move. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Line getting set on 2nd down.
Second down coming up.
Back to pass. Rushes on him. Flushed out of the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the Vols are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Can't get him to the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Offense is stopped.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And they'll take a knee.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense has taken some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Number 13 in punt formation to kick it away.
Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They bring him down strong. Effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receiver. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Georgia's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent.
Turning it on! The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Consider the tone of this football game set. One play, one run, all the way to the house. Palmer, you couldn't draw up a better start.
That is a dream start, David. And this offense takes so much pride in being physical. And on the very first play of the game, they blow the defense off the ball, and he takes it all the way to the crib.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Alabama's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the gun to give to the back. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
He'll do it himself. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep...
Breaks into the open. The 20. He's up. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Dogs! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. And he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. this drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give to the tailback. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Webb. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Hebert. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He leaves it with his back. Runs through a tackle. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air.
The first down pass.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats, hard work. And if they can chip away here, they may be able to pull this out. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UT.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacked on the extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll run play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Hatchett. They'll immediately call timeout. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Working that left side now. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
That's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying to play action. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Hatchett. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Ball over the middle. It's Hatchett. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Georgia going up tempo. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. These quarterbacks have been wheeling and dealing. A little bit of everything through 2 quarters. Exactly what we expected all week, if not even exceeding those lofty expectations. Feels like the defense that can at least contain one of these dual threats is going to be celebrating a hard-fought victory, although easier said than done. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking to throw on first down. They'll try to end. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Off play action. He's got him. And they're able to make the tackle. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Rides the back and leaves it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Back to pass on second down. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Georgia sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. To the ground with the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Rams him with the stiff arm. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. To the air on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Iowa is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Kinnick Stadium, but the black and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 8 over Oregon. Just another week in the Big Ten.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
How about that turn of events for the defense? Not only do they force the fumble and jump on it, creating a massive momentum shift, but they're already in field goal range where they stand right now to break this tie.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown Tide. They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Finds his tight end. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Quickly out to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hatchett. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. Bringing the heat. Slips a tackle. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and pull it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.